Hello, and welcome to the church office.
Thanks for stopping by.
Today's top stories are,
Oh, I don't have any.
here, you can borrow this one. You can borrow that. That's my
Thank
Circuit
you.
Visitors Conference itinerary.
Wow, this looks
Not really sure.
riveting.
I'm not sure if I'm going to that or not. We'll see. Anyway, but yeah, you can play with that one.
Okay.
So, yeah. We asked Jess to set us up like a news
Like a studio.
Yes, right. So that's what we're going to today. We've got a relatively quick kind of update here today. Not a whole lot has happened since last week, but we wanted to say hello and give Jess a chance to kind of exercise some of her graphic skills.
I cannot believe that she actually pulled off all of the things that we said. We just said things and she did them.
She did.
So now this is sort of the next step.
Yeah, speaking of which, I think last week I was 2 for 2 pointing at the right dates.
Yeah. I noticed that I pointed down.
Yeah, you were 0 for 1.
It was up.
But I think you're going to make a strong comeback this week.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm pretty sure. All right. PJ, speaking of news, before we jump into some of the things that are coming up, I was asking you to think about when in your life did you recognize that, man, I'm a grown-up, I should probably start watching the news.
Yeah.
And what the news looked like then, because it looked very different, my guess is, when I gave that a think.
So I haven't reached that point yet where I thought that. Here, you want to know how I get my news?
I'm very curious how your generation gets news, because it's got to be very different than mine.
Of my generation.
You're not, okay?
Because I get my news exclusively from my wife. She tells me what I need to know about what's going on.
She's the herald.
Yeah.
She is the town crier.
Yeah, I don't watch any news programs. I don't subscribe to any news feeds. I would not know what was going on unless I talk to another person in real life that tells me what's happening.
When I was younger, you got to remember, this is back in the day when you had, and maybe many of our folks watching can attest to this, your local news was 5 to 5:30.
Yep.
Your national news was 5:30 to 6.
Yep.
Your national news was made up of household names like a Walter Cronkite, dating myself there, a Dan Rather, a Peter Jennings, a Mike Wallace. These types of individuals that everyone knew.
Right.
And then I went away to college, and this is the mid-'80s, and the guys in the apartment, we pooled together our funds and we got cable.
Yeah.
That was a big deal, because then it wasn't just the ESPN, which was a big deal. That was a big deal. But I don't know, do you remember, I think they still have it today, Headline News.
So is that a cable news station?
I think it was the precursor to maybe the CNN. I just remember they had Headline News.
Yeah.
And it was that began the 24-hour news cycle.
Okay.
I remember Weather on the 8s.
I've never thought about this, but
1828.
Yep.
And so when you wanted the forecast, you didn't go to your phone and your Weather Channel app.
You waited for the 8s.
You waited for the 8s.
Yeah. And I remember that. I remember that from listening to the radio.
Do you?
And I guess as a kid, I do remember news programs and weather being at a certain time. But I've never thought about. I guess in my mind, I've always thought about the news stations being your antenna stations, your
CBS,
247.
Yeah. CBS,
but
NBC,
the cable
ABC.
news, that's a whole nother ballgame.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
And so I was in the midst of that. But I remember I was in college, and I think maybe going into my sophomore, junior year, and I thought, Jay, you're kind of a grown up now. You better start watching the news. And that lasted for about a year.
Are you a newspaper guy?
I was a newspaper guy back in the day. One of the first things I did when we moved into our first house in St. Louis, the first thing I did was made sure that we were subscribed to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
Yeah.
That's what I did. So you're a grown up now. I'm a home. I own a home.
Yeah.
Homeowner
delivery.
Young homeowners turning into their parents. That's a real thing. I guess I got to get the St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yep.
And I would keep up with the Cardinals. One of the articles, PJ, this is a true story. I'll never forget one of the first articles I read as a young homeowner in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch was announcing a brand new channel coming to cable called the Golf Channel. I remember reading the article about this new channel, and I got so excited. Oh, this is going to be fantastic. Arnold Palmer was behind it. This is going to be great. lo and behold, to this day, that's the first station I turn on when
Yeah.
I come home, and kind of the Golf Channel. I remember reading
Huh.
about that in the newspaper.
Yeah.
Yes. My guess is you have not maybe seen a newspaper.
Well, as a
Were you a
kid,
paper kid?
I was a paper boy for
Okay, yeah.
the News Herald, a
Okay.
downriver
Yeah,
paper.
well, there you go.
And I got to be honest, I think that I would be if newspapers were at all around still. And I know you can still get them delivered, but they're pretty much gone culturally. But I think I would be a newspaper guy because I like to get up in the morning and have my cup of coffee, and that's when I do some prayer time and Bible time. I would love to sit at the kitchen table with a news. That I could totally get into that. But
when I was your boy's age,
yeah,
living in South Dakota,
yeah,
I would get the sports section and I would go through the standings, the baseball standings.
yeah.
And I figured out how the games back formula worked. If you were
Oh,
4.5 games back,
okay.
you were 5 games back.
Yep.
And I would just
You like
sit
figured
there.
out the math.
So I would just sit there and I would double check how many games back and just make sure the paper was correct.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, let's make sure that the Royals are really 6.5 back from from the Yankees. Let's make sure that that's right. Anyway, yeah. So that was I did that. Your boys would love the paper. All right. Well, speaking of news, Pastor Brooks,
Breaking news.
You got to get that.
Yeah.
And then when we start talking, you got to look another way like this, even though that's not where the
to like a camera cut.
Yeah, it's
the camera over here.
I'm gonna start talking like this.
Yeah.
And today's news.
Yeah.
On Sunday, August 10th. All right, the high school youth, Sunday, August 10th, as you can see right here.
Right here.
The high school youth, along with some other churches in our downriver community.
Our whole circuit's doing this together.
Yeah, the circuit's doing that together. I think sometimes, I don't know if we did a good job of really helping our congregation understand, our high school youth didn't just go with themselves. They kind of went with some other kids within our circuit.
Yeah, they do lots of stuff together.
Yeah, they do lots of stuff together, which is great. You really want to see your kids kind of reaching out across just our congregational, groups. And so it's great to see them making friends that way. The whole group will be kind of putting on that dinner. It is moved to Trenton Road. It is now at Trenton Road on the 10th, this coming Sunday, and we did confirm that it's free.
Yes,
we did.
I did hear that.
It's free. No promo code. All right, that is free. All right, that is the first one that we want.
So that's this Sunday for dinner
Sunday,
here in the West Gallery,
August 10th,
and I will be there.
I will too.
I don't make a habit of passing up a free.
They said free
dinner.
meal. Yeah, they said free meal, and without the promo code, I'm there. Our family connection night, the summer send off, is August 13th. That is going to be a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep.
August 13th, Wednesday. PJ, tell us about that event.
Yeah, so that's going to be out at Penn campus, out on the daycare side of things, over on the hill over there where we set up that slip and slide. I have not gone down the slip and slide myself this year. I might be getting a little wiser.
Probably wise.
I did last year. I might still do it again. We'll see. We'll see how I feel next week. But yeah, it's a fun event. It is a great event. If you've never come to anything before, or you got some friends, it's just fun fellowship. We have a barbecue together and the kids play, and it's a great time. So
and you don't have to sign up for anything. You just show up, right?
No, yeah. I mean,
does it help to
people bring a dish to pass? But you don't have to sign up ahead of time for it. Just grab something. And
August 13th, 5 p.m. As you can see, right over PJ's left shoulder.
Right here. Now, I keep looking at my paper as if it has the information, but this is a schedule for something else. This is not relevant to what we're talking about.
The way that you can multitask, PJ. Good job. Work dates at Pennsylvania campus, those are coming up. Again, we kind of talked about this last week. As you can see right here in between us, if you can just take on a task and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'm going to knock out this particular task.
Yep.
The tasks are listed at the Ministry Center. You'll find those. Thank you very much for helping us out.
Yeah, and there's going to always be an updated sort of punch list at Penn campus. So anytime you go over there's going to be a big whiteboard, and we'll have stuff crossed off as we do it and add more stuff to it. We've got a ton of little projects.
Punch list. Man. You sound like you know what you're talking about. I love it, PJ. I love it. Punch list. It's another phrase in construction.
Yeah, tell me.
That I learned. Creep of scope.
Oh, scope creep. I do know about scope creep just from my time
in
project management.
Yeah, I like dropping that one too. Right? Yeah. Got to watch that scope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm using it right, but I like trying it. So we did that one. All right. What is next we have coming up here? The new member class is going to begin on Sunday, September 7th.
Yep.
The new member class, which is a little bit different. It used to be on Tuesday nights. This is going to be on Sunday morning during the Bible class hour. We'll be in the upper room. If you're considering joining Christ the King, you want to learn more about the Christian faith, then this is the place to start. You don't have to sign up for it, but it does help us with some of the resources. Every family gets a book written by Tom Zelt called Lynchpin.
Yep.
It's about resurrection apologetics because the whole class is it's built on apologetics.
Yeah.
We start with the resurrection of Jesus, then the divinity of Jesus, thus the existence of God, thus the creation of the world. Notice how we don't even really get to the authority and inerrancy of the Bible until the fourth and fifth week.
Yeah, you take a historical approach first.
We take an apologetics approach, and that now I do believe the Bible is the inspired and inerrant Word of God, but I don't believe that Jesus is risen because the Bible tells me so. I believe the Bible is the inspired Word of God because Jesus is risen.
Yeah,
it's just a little tweak, a different way to look at that. But if you're thinking about learning more about the Christian faith, and we'll talk about our Lutheran confessions as well, but it's more learning about the Christian faith. September 7th. 10 a.m. during the Bible class hour, as you can see right here.
Right there. I can see it. I can't see it, but
I can
by the way,
I tell Jess is going to get me back. Jess is going to make me 1 for 4 on this. Jess is going to give me a hobby.
I want to
bias
encourage
night.
people on this one. You know, I don't know how long has it been since you've been doing sort of this format. It's been a while now.
Yeah, it's been about 4 or 5 years.
But I would, if you have been a member of the church for a long time, and the class is not just exclusively for new members.
Correct.
And especially because it's Sunday morning. You'd be here anyway. If you would like to, anyone can come to this class and go through it, and it's really good information. So everyone's invited.
And if you have children Sunday school age, it's a great chance for them to kind of because we kick off our Sunday school fall season as well.
Yep.
So we did hit that one. All right. And I think really the only other thing, PJ, I was going to talk about is again the Ryan Stevenson concert.
Yeah.
September 5th. At the campus at 6 p.m. You can get your tickets online. There may or may not be a QR code.
Oh,
what if Jessica make that happen?
Yeah. Okay. QR code.
Again, what we like to do is just kind of throw stuff out there, having no clue whether Jessica can do that, and just watch her make it happen. She's
and now is the time to get your tickets for that because our radio slots for those tickets are going on soon.
Yeah.
Which means that they're going to be open not only to the general public, but really they're going to be put out there for our entire Southeast Michigan community at that point. So if you want to get tickets for the concert, grab them.
Certainly. All right. Couple upcoming guests we have next week. We're going to have on our new teacher. I'm so excited about this, PJ. Grace Adams. What I'm realizing, I'm old. I'm an empty nester. My kids have all moved out.
Mm-hmm.
And so what really hit me is when your kids move out and you really miss your kids, you know what the solution is?
What?
Bring people on staff about the same age as your kids.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so and Grace is about as old as my youngest.
Okay.
And she's also an English teacher like my oldest.
Yep.
And so I'm really looking forward to getting to know Grace next week.
Yeah.
I talked to Grace and I said, hey, Grace, why don't you come on, let the people meet you? And I said, we'll come up with some kind of a game. Remember the game that my daughter, Leah Kashmir, who you see right here.
We haven't played a silly game in a while.
Now
that you mentioned that.
No. So here's the thing. I'm going to see Leah. I'll see Leah tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I have my, bless you boys, I got my old, look at this Detroit Tigers cup from 1985.
Yeah.
Man, this cup is older than my marriage. Not much, but it is. I'm going to Chicago tomorrow. How fun is this, PJ? My nephew, Joel, who's a police officer for the city of Chicago, is playing on the Chicago police force baseball team.
Yep.
They play baseball, like with wooden bats baseball.
Yep.
All right. And they're playing against the fire department.
Yep.
And it's kind of a fun thing that they do for a fundraiser for that. But guess where they're playing the game? Do you know where they're playing the baseball game?
It's Wrigley, right? It's
not at Wrigley, but it's where the White Sox play.
Oh, no. What is that one called?
Oh, boy. They've changed the name so many times.
But it's like it's the real thing.
If you were listening to Headline News in 1989, it would have been Comiskey Park.
Oh.
All right, so that's what it used to be called back in the day. But no, it's an actual place where the Chicago White Sox play. Joel, my nephew, is going to be on that field playing that game. So Denise and I are heading out first thing in the morning. We're going to watch the game. We'll be back. I'll be back for church Thursday night.
And they're playing against like another city's police force, right?
No, the fire department.
Oh, the fire department
So
plays
this
against
is
the
fire
police department.
police department.
Oh, that's
This is
cool.
good,
That's
right.
cool. Yeah.
So pray that nothing goes wrong in the city of Chicago
During that
time,
window. Yeah.
during that window. But we're really looking forward to it. So it'll be a lot of fun. And my daughter Leah, who lives out there, so we'll go see
Yeah,
her.
it's gonna be a blast.
So I'm going to run it by because Leah had this great game, and you can catch up with it in the archives probably.
We don't know if that's true, but we think it is.
Sure it is. Sure it is. Remember the game we played? Leah came up with lyrics. And
That's right.
She came up with a lyric,
Shakespeare or
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift? Yeah.
Leah's
right. I did horrible.
Leah's two. We both did. I have no idea. I don't know any of those. Anyway, so I told Grace. I said, Grace, well, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll come up with kind of a fun kind
game.
of get to know you
Okay.
type game. Maybe Leah has some more ideas as well as an English teacher. So she's going to be on next week, and then the week after that, we have what's coming up as one of my favorite episodes of the year, and that's with Tom Hamill.
Oh,
we've got.
Is this our longest standing tradition so far on the church office? This will be the third time. Second time?
I think this will be the second time, but it is the standing tradition. One of the episodes right before school starts is a sit down with Tom, just to kind of review where we're at on the lunch menu, new items not coming back.
Right
where we had to.
This is final approval taste test. I think
this is huge. This is like when engaged couples go out to take cake testing. Right?
It's like cake test, only better. Only better than that.
Only better. Exactly. We should have asked Tom if he could make us some samples.
I bet he can.
Yes. So we'll do that. All right. And finally, this weekend, all right, I will have. Here's what happened. I think you guys have story. After the children's sermon, I had a little guy. He's maybe about, I don't know, just over a year and a half.
Yeah.
And he's just learning how to talk. So you don't always understand what they're trying to say. And his name is Rhett. And Rhett basically says to me, I did not know what he said. It turns out what he said was, do you have a lollipop?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand it. So when kids ask you questions, you just say, sure.
Yeah.
So I did.
Right. Yeah.
Sure. So that's what I said. And then I gave everybody their coloring sheet, and then I dismissed them. And Rhett just stood there. He was not leaving. And I turned off my mic, and I said, hey, Rhett, you can go back and sit with your mom and dad now. And he looked at me, and like he gave me one of these, like, and he says, this I did understand. Where's my lollipop?
And then it clicked with you. Then it clicked.
Like, oh, no. So I say to him, all right, I'll give it to you after church, hoping that I might be able to find something
dig up
for
a
the
lollipop.
little guy.
Yeah.
So Rhett goes back to the pew.
Yep.
And this is what he says to his mom. Melissa came up to me afterwards and said, we didn't know what he was talking about, but now we do. So Rhett goes back to the pew and looks at his mom straight in the face and says, hey, Mom, after church, Jesus is giving me a lollipop.
Oh, man.
Two things didn't happen after church, right? Neither Jesus nor Jay was able to give little Rhett or anybody else a lollipop. So that situation will be corrected this weekend. All right. I said to Denise, hey, if you're out and about, all right, I need some dum-dums.
Yep.
All right. And so, PJ, I was going through here.
The children's message is going to be loaves and fishes? Or?
No, we got 300 of these, man. No, I got them in here. I was not aware that. Do you have a favorite Dum Dum flavor?
I don't think I do.
Dude, look at this.
I'm not sure.
Out. This says originals, but cream soda?
Now, okay, is there a mystery flavor?
There is.
Okay,
there is one.
That's automatically my favorite.
It is. There was one that said mystery. Bubble gum.
That's intriguing to me. I don't know. Are the mystery flavors always the same flavor?
I don't know.
Or is it like a random flavor?
There's one that was, I think, dragon fruit. I mean,
I'm a spin the wheel kind of guy. So
you?
If there's one that you don't know what you're getting, that's the one I would choose.
There was one too. Kind of fun. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Probably blue. Is it blue raspberry? No, cotton candy.
I dare you to eat this butterscotch.
Dude, I'm not a huge butterscotch.
No one is. I don't know how butterscotch.
Here we go. Here's blue raspberry.
In the rotation. All right.
It's BLU, no E. Blue raspberry.
It's got to be different.
This I would call.
See, I'm classic. Just give me the classic watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon's good. It's a good sucker flavor.
So, Rhett, and anybody else, all right, worship with us this weekend. Can't wait to see you, and we'll have Dum Dums for the kids. All right. Hope to see you in church. Goodbye from the church office.